Once you've been playing for a certain amount of time, you realize certain mistakes, certain choices, certain decisions reveal more about the person playing the game than the god itself. And then you can take this mental chart and create a profile, if you will, their strengths, their weaknesses, how you can exploit them, how it plays into your playstyle, how you're going to have to change around. Oh, it's quite cerebral. It's why I've been playing this game for so long and why I think it's only getting better as people are using their brains more and more. Take this Chiron, for example, Watson. I've already attempted to just walk up and flop him. Just from that, I already know his spacing's not that bad. He understands my character. He understands where he should stand, well, to a macro degree. But what happens when we apply just a little more pressure? That is when I find out who you really are. What is it that makes you step up to a wave even though it gets you killed? Fear. Something stronger than the fear of death. Fear of losing farm. Why? Ignorance. You don't know where to get more. Short-sightedness, tunnel visioning, lack of understanding value. You got emotional. You could have waited. You could have went for back camps. You could have waited for buff camps. You could have waited for a rotation. You got impatient. So you stepped up and it cost you dearly. And if that wasn't enough, you gave up your beads before they departed. Why? You were dead to rights. There was no reason for that. So from the top, you gave me your life. You gave me your beads. And worse, you gave me an all-access pass inside your head. You've made it this far by being better than other people, but that ride ends here. You have to be better than yourself now. And every future encounter that we have, I'm going to weigh in similar fashion. Maybe it was just a mistake. We're all human after all. Maybe it was just jitters. Perhaps you're just not comfortable early game. Maybe it's the god. Maybe it's the role. Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. I'm going to exploit it. And do you think it was just you I was watching? No, I was watching my teammates as well. This Anhur is aggressive beyond reason. However, he is restrained. He always wants to aggress, but he's willing to wait for me. That's someone I can trust. That's someone I can have synergy with. That's someone I can trade my life for in the late game. This role is literally trading life and resources for the team. Who's going to make the most of it? I have to figure that out. I figure out who's surpassing expectations. I have to figure out who's not meeting them. You have to feel out the weaknesses and cover them up. Find where it is that you're bleeding and stop it before it gets too late. Perhaps Variety is the enemy solo laner, a very strong player with a very strong character. Don't be scared, it's even easier when the player's well known. Their habits are on display for everyone. They test their limits, it's how they got to where they are. And if you're confident in your fundamentals, you're always going to be at an advantage. You know their profile, they don't know yours. Your fears, your ignorance, what is it that makes you tick? Once again, it's all in your head. Maybe you would have panicked, maybe you would have ran out of tower. I see that way too much. Maybe you would have ulted far too soon, not realizing how difficult it is to maneuver around a tower in a drunken state.